Testing audio. Testing audio. Is this thing on? Hey guys, Oak here. This is take 2. The first one was weird because my audio was doubled the whole time, so it was also kind of rambly. Maybe I'll be more on task this time. I don't know. Anyway, so ta-da! I haven't been recording the last few weeks. I don't think there's anybody that would have noticed. However, if you did, if anybody did, it's because I have been working a ton. I've been working so much. I've been having like 15-hour days, you know, like minimum 60 hours a week. It's been a lot. It's a lot. My feet hurt. I'm just tired. So I usually don't feel like recording. Also, it's been like 100 degrees here, which is really weird for United States, Northwest Coast. It's been so hot. It never gets this hot here. Nobody has air conditioning because it doesn't get hot like this, but it has been. And my workplace, there's an office which is air conditioned, and then there's the lab where I work, which is not air conditioned, and it has ovens constantly all the time. Very hot. It's been warm. So I get home and I'm like a bedraggled mess, and my hair is like all greasy and sweaty and gross, and I just don't feel like recording under those conditions, and I don't think you want me to, because ew. Anyway, so that's why I haven't recorded. This is a month and a half on tea. Month and a half. Let's see. I took my 4th shot on Friday, so the first shot was 0, and then 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Yeah, month and a half on tea. You know, I worked that out in the previous recording and then forgot. Whatever. Anyway, so month and a half. Here I am. I don't think my voice has changed dramatically from the last time that I did this. Maybe I'm wrong. I may have to go back and watch old videos or something. I don't think it's really dropped or gotten deeper. I do think that there are more notes. I think it resonates more. So it's changing. It just hasn't really lowered that much yet. I do definitely crack in high registers, though. You know, there are songs that are sung by women that I can't hit those notes anymore. I could if I, you know, did lots of vocal warm-ups and worked on it, and I could keep like falsetto range and whatever, but you know what? It's okay for right now. I don't mind. That's sort of what I was aiming for to begin with, so hey, cool stuff. I'm happy with it. It's whatever. So yeah, there's that. There's been like lower changes, but I'm not necessarily comfortable talking about that. I'm just not in a place to do that, especially since I may go back to teaching, and that is not appropriate. Yep. This should not be, like, age flagged. Anyway. Yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Things that happen. Also, I don't think you'd be able to see it, but my arms, I've always had sort of really fine blonde hair on my arms, but now there's, okay, so there's like, underneath my thumb, there's this little like 2 to 3 square inches here where all of a sudden the hair is no longer blonde and it's starting to get like longer and coarser, but only in this section right here. And you just say like, friend, what are you doing? Why this? Why only this? Why just this? Why not all the rest of this? Oh no, just this. What are you doing? Biology is weird. And I mean, and there's, you know, section on the other side too. It's not as noticeable. I think it's because I wear this watch constantly, which here, if I take this off, look at that tan line. You can see how much I wear this watch. It's a lot. Yeah. So I think what's the reason that I don't really see it on this side is because I wear the watch and the watch like rubs a lot of that section off. So this is the side that's undisturbed, pristine, if you will. But anyway, so I think the little section has gotten larger since I've noticed it, because it was like just a tiny little patch here, and it's sort of grown, so I'm assuming that it's just sort of like starting this change and it's going to move out over my arms in general, but for right now it just looks a little odd and probably nobody will notice, but it's changes, so it's exciting for me, right? Right, that's what matters. Anyway, so that's what's been going on so far. Testosterone shots are fun. I concern people when I tell them, oh, hey, it's Friday, I need to go shoot myself. And they're like, no, don't do that. I'm like, no, you don't understand, it's a good thing. It's what I want. They're like, no. And I'm like, no, not like that. Not like, I've been told that I should change the phrasing to stab myself because apparently that sounds nicer. Whatever. Anyway, so there's that. I guess maybe I can talk about the actual shots themselves sometime later. There's that. I did talk to... I did talk to my doctor the last time I went to see her. I don't know if I talked about it on videos, but we've measured my testosterone levels. I had a blood draw and my T's right in like the middle of the zone where it's supposed to be, so it's good. So that's good. And then I've also talked to her about what's required for top surgery, because I don't bind, or I mean, I have a binder, but I use it very rarely. I try not to. One, because a lot of times it actually makes the dysphoria worse, and I can explain more about that in a little bit. And also because, I mean, there's the health reasons. It's not good to bind constantly if you don't have to. The tissue atrophies and it can like irreparably damage things, and when stuff in there atrophies, it makes it a lot harder for the surgeons to actually do a good job with the top surgery, which, I mean, I want to look good, so I don't want it to atrophy and look weird. And then I know that I would do it in a safe way. However, I have known guys that bind so much that they end up coughing blood regularly, and that's just not a thing I want. That's not a thing I need in my life. I don't need to do that. I also have a very physical job, and I wouldn't be able to, you know, climb in and out of trenches and do a lot of the job stuff that I need to do and actually be able to breathe, particularly on days when it's so hot and I'm out in the sun, and yeah, it just wouldn't be healthy. So as much as it sucks, I have to just sort of deal with this going on for another year. Because, talk to my doctor, I have to be on T for a year. I also need a letter, so I can, you know, talk to my therapist, and he's cool, and he would write me a letter for that or whatever, and then I can talk to a plastic surgeon. Apparently they book like 6 months out, so May, June, July, August, September, October, so like November-ish? Maybe it was May. No, now is August, and it's been a month and a half, so we'll say from July then. So August, September, October, November, so like December-ish. December-ish is maybe when I should start reaching out to plastic surgeon. In the meantime, I have not talked to one yet. I'm pretty sure they would be unhappy about my weight. Extra weight causes complications in surgery, and I know that, looking at other guys in the community, a lot of them have like, you must lose X amount of weight before we will work on you in general, so hopefully I'm going to work on losing weight in the meantime, and hopefully they'll be willing to work with me. Otherwise, I don't know when it's going to happen, because it's difficult. I have a lot to lose. Yeah, so hopefully I can do top surgery things in a year and then be much more comfortable with this stuff going on. So that's my goal. In any case, to that end, I've been drinking a lot more water. I don't know if you can see it in my cool nerdy water bottle. I am a huge nerd. It's all math stuff. I don't think you really cared, but math bottle, professional nerd. Anyway, so drinking a lot more water. I've started at least once a week going down to the Clubhouse Fitness Center at my apartment complex for, running and strength training stuff, and I'm hoping to work more of that in as between the, tea and exercise and diet changes, I get more energy, and maybe I won't be quite so dead after a day of work, and I can do that more. So I'm working on things, working towards goals, and hopefully I will be able to do this more, because I need to do this more often than I do. It's just really hard to be motivated when I feel so gross at the end of the day. And then I have been able to go on Saturdays because I've been working Saturdays too. It's been a lot. Anyway though, so that's where I am right now. 6 weeks on T, recording my voice. I'll try and do this more often. I can talk about, the shots and other stuff. If there is anybody that watches this, leave a comment, ask questions, and so long as it's not, about like down there stuff, because I'm not comfortable talking about that quite yet. Or, yeah, we'll see. General questions, and I will try to respond. So, peace, have a good one, and I will try and see you next week. Bye.